that is live. More than 300,000 of you from around the world have signed up for my free training, Make It Happen. I want to know. So welcome in wherever you're tuning in from. I'm Mel Robbins. I am so thrilled to be here with you today. And we are going to talk about something that is really important. And what we're going to be talking about is the fact that that person is already inside you. You know how you have like this vision of yourself and the person that you could be in the future? That vision, that person, it's already in you. All you need to do is change your behaviors and you become that person. And I think a lot of times we look outside of ourselves for all the answers. And I'm here to tell you, it's way more of a process of learning how to quiet all the noise out there and trust what's already in here. And through changing your behavior, changing your mindset, you start to remove all of the things that are clouding your clarity and clouding your power. And today we're going to talk a little bit about how you can tap into the person that is inside of you, okay? Because here's what I want you to do. I want you to make it happen. I not only want you to make extraordinary things in your life happen, I want you to shock everyone around you. I want you to shock yourself. I want you to create a game and be inspired to create a game that is so personal, that is so inspiring, that is so much fun for you, that really just makes you excited about waking up every day and chipping away at something. I want you to create a deeply personal mission, okay? And look, it takes a lot to start over. It takes a lot to commit to a big vision for your life, but you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to become the person that you've always dreamt of becoming. You owe it to yourself to create the life that you've always dreamt of living. And I'm going to keep on saying today that that person that you owe it to yourself to become, the best and highest version of you, is already in there. All you got to do is change your behavior and start thinking a little bit differently and start showing up and taking consistent action. And you will be just so proud of yourself. And here's what I also want to tell you. Today is the middle of April, okay? 6 months from now, it's going to be the middle of October. And 6 months from now, the old you is either going to be in charge of your life and you're going to be full of excuses for why you didn't get started on something that's really important to you. 6 months from now in October, you are either going to be full of excuses and the old you is still going to be in charge, or 6 months from now, in the middle of October, you are going to see so much progress that you have made because you chose to make something different happen in your life. And so I want you to be brave. I want you to trust yourself. I want you to trust the magic that can happen when you commit to creating a cool game in your life. And I also want you to understand that the second that you make a decision to stop wishing and stop waiting and to start doing, it's interesting. Life really starts to change and rise up to support you. And you are going to experience that in your life. And I want to support you in doing that. So I'm going to say it again. As you come in and you're watching this live stream, I'm Mel Robbins. I'm thrilled to be here with you right now. I want you to stop wishing. I want you to stop waiting to make incredible things happen in your life. And I want you to start doing something about it. Because the person that you truly dream of being is already inside you. You got to just get to work. You got to start removing the stuff that is in your way, the excuses, the toxic relationships, the distractions that are in your life, and you got to create a big game and you got to make something happen, okay? And I want to help you start changing your behavior now so that 6 months from now in October, you look back and you are so proud of yourself, okay? Because you didn't waste another year of your life just thinking about what you needed to do. You got to work. So let me start the broadcast today by asking you a very simple question, okay? It is April. I want you to think about the fact that 6 months from now, it'll be the middle of October. You may notice that I'm a little tan. I'm not my normal sort of ghostly, translucent, pale person that lives in Southern Vermont. I'm here on spring break for our son's senior high school. And this is an important thing to say because you don't have to like change your whole life in order to insert something, some small change that you're working on day to day that changes your whole life. The kind of thing I'm going to teach you to do works with the life that you have, and you change from the inside out. So knowing that you don't have to do something radical like quit your job or break up or move across country, that's not what you have to do right now. You just have to answer a simple question. And are you ready for it? You're ready for it? Okay, good. In 6 months, the middle of October, do you want to look back and see that you spent the next 6 months listening to excuses? Or would you rather see the next 6 months full of progress that you've made? And I know, who's going to write excuses, right? Why would you write excuses? Of course not. We all want to look at the next 6 months of our lives and be proud of ourselves. And if you think about those moments in your life where you're really proud of yourself, why is it that you're proud of yourself? It's because you've seen yourself make extraordinary progress, on something that really matters to you. And so I want to just tell you that that's the game that we're going to play right now. Okay. We're talking all about the progress that you're going to make over the course of the next 6 months. You in? Good. And I love seeing all of you write progress. Now here's a follow-up question that I have for you. You ready? What do you want to make progress on? See, I've become convinced, seriously, the coolest thing about hosting the Mel Robbins podcast is we meet all these incredible experts from around the world, and meeting so many experts that are teaching at Harvard and teaching at Yale and teaching at Princeton and teaching at NYU. You know what they all say? When it comes to success, when it comes to happiness, when it comes to creating a life that you're proud of, a life that gives you a sense of fulfillment, you know what the single unifying thing is when it comes to creating that kind of life? That you're working on something that matters to you, that you're playing some game, that you're up to something, that you are learning, that you're waking up and yeah, you got your job and yeah, you got your family and yeah, you got the things that you're doing day to day, but you've got this project or this thing that you've committed to doing that you're slowly chipping away at. And when you've got something that you can wake up every single day and it makes you grow a little and it makes you push yourself a little and it makes you feel a little bit like you're up to something, that is the singular unifying piece of research that you see across almost all the experts that have been on the Mel Robbins podcast. That when you look at the data around success, you look at the data around happiness, you look at the data around people that are living longer, that are feeling more fulfilled, it's not that they're making these big freaking bold things. That's not what it's about. It's simply about waking up and going, you know what? The next 6 months are going to pass whether I'm full of excuses or actually I'm chipping away at something. And since the time is going to pass, why don't I get serious about taking on something these next 6 months that really make me come alive? If I were to do that, my whole life would change. I mean, just think about how exciting it is to have something to look forward to. So I'm sitting here, I'm on spring break, right? Last high school spring break for our son. This is the last, we're going to be empty nesters. Do you know how long I've looked forward to this? All winter long, every time it snowed, I would look forward to this 1 week of my life. Why? Because it was something out in the future that I was working toward, that I was thinking about. And having a project that you're going to work on in the next 6 months that creates this sense of anticipation, that creates this sense of I'm up to something more than gossiping and doing the same old, and talking to the same old people about the same old stuff. I'm telling you, the person that you long to be is already in you. You got to pull that out of yourself by taking on something that is bigger and more exciting than your day-to-day life. And so I'm going to ask you again, what's at the top of your list? I see Haley tuning in. She says fitness. Fitness is at the top of the list. Lauren is saying helping my children learn. Preeti is saying progress on transitioning in my relationship and moving to the next big step, buying a property. That's right. You get to define it because it's your life. Okay? Your life, your happiness, your success. You get to define it. You're seeing this live stream with your friend Mel Robbins because I am asking you to wake up, to shake off the autopilot, and let's play a big game. Let's make something really incredible happen in the next 6 months of your life. How does that sound? It sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Of course it does. And so here's what I want to do. I want to help you do that. How can I help you do that? Well, every spring I create a free training in order to inspire and empower you. And why do I do this? I do this because I am so honored to have your support of the Mel Robbins podcast. I'm so honored that you show up here on social media and you spend time with me. I am so humbled by how much value you get out of the work that we're putting out. And I want to take it further. I want to say thank you. And I also want to get you to not just watch and not just listen. I want you to take what I'm teaching you and actually do something about it. And so I have a brand new training. It is called Make It Happen. And it is 2 hours long. I'm going to tell you about it. I'm holding the workbook that comes with this. It's free. It is free. That means how much does it cost? Zero, because it's free. And I want to do this because seeing you take what I'm teaching you and go out into your life and make something happen, that is like the most fulfilling thing in the world. And I know that when you shake up your life, when you have a project that really makes you feel proud of yourself, that you're chipping away at, that you wake up, that you're working on, that pulls you out of the day-to-day minutia that we can all get kind of pulled into, that you feel more fulfilled and more alive. And then you go out into your life and you have an impact on other people. And so it's like the greatest thing. And so I want to tell you about this free training because first of all, are you in it? Are you in Make It Happen? Have you already registered? Just go to melrobbins.com/make it happen. By the way, right below me, all the information for how you can jump in for free. There are 300,000 students from around the world who are already taking this free, incredible 2-hour science supported course in order to learn how to go from thinking about what they want to have happen to actually doing it. So again, if you're not in, you better get in because I'm offering to help you for free to go from wishing and wanting to doing. There's a real science to this and you're going to learn it. So first of all, let me know if you're already in it. Second, if you're not in it, hit the link below and go jump in it. Because here's the thing. There's 2 training videos that come with this training. They're both live right now. So when you go to melrobbins.com/make it happen, guess what? As soon as you literally put in the information, click I'm in, boom, video 1's right there. Video 2 is right there. You can download your workbook and you can be in class with Mel Robbins. It's 2 hours of all brand new curriculum. It is taught by me. It is gorgeous. It looks like a course you would pay a lot of money for, but it is my gift to you to say thank you and to help you get out of that kind of loop of procrastinating and thinking about stuff and wishing things would change and wanting things to change, but feeling like you're not making things change. And I'm going to teach you how to make things change. Okay. Video number 1, which is already up and 200,000 of you have already had access to that. It's super exciting. You're going to begin video number 1 where I ask you to completely change your mindset around the next 6 months. To get clarity about defining that game that I want you to play in the next 6 months. And then I'm going to teach you using physics. And don't be scared by the fact that it's physics. It's super easy. We're going to talk about the domino effect. We're going to talk about the domino effect and principles in physics that help explain visually why it's easy to get stuck, why you're not taking action on the things that you want in your life. And most importantly, how to become that starter domino and tip yourself into taking action, getting out of the moment of procrastination, getting out of that loop of overthinking. And, I want to take a second because I see a lot more of you joining in the live stream as I'm continuing to talk. I'm Mel. We're talking about the fact that you need to stop wishing and stop wanting to have things change. And you need to start doing something about it. The person that you want to be is already inside you. And it's time for you to change your behavior and change your mindset and discover what is possible, to be proud of yourself. And I want to help you do it. My annual spring free 2-part training is here. It's called Make It Happen. More than 300,000 of you have signed up. All the information is right below. Just go to melrobbins.com/make it happen and you will be in the course in less than a minute. I'm going to answer some questions that people have had about it in just a second, but I want to tell you about video 2 because it's live right now. You can go and you can watch video 1 and then watch video 2. You got a 29-page workbook that will then walk you through all of the stuff that we're talking about in video 1, the domino effect, how to get clear about what you want to make happen in your life in the next 6 months. Because I don't want you to get to October and be full of excuses. I want you to get to October and be like, dang, I cannot believe what I made happen. This is so cool. I loved that program I did with Mel. And now I've got all of the progress and the stuff happen in my life that proves that it's working. This is freaking incredible. And then you're going to go to training 2, and both are available right now. There's no waiting. There's no wishing that the training would come. Both of the trainings are available right now for free, and it's my gift to you. So training number 2 is going to go from the starter domino and the domino effect and these principles of inertia and the fact that you don't need motivation. You need to understand consistent, simple action. You need to understand how it creates momentum. You need to understand why velocity is important. And then in video number 2, I'm going to help you create momentum so that you can make your dreams a reality. How are we going to do that? Well, I'll tell you how. By the time you are done filling out this workbook with your friend Mel Robbins and more than 300,000 students around the world, we are going to leave you with a plan that helps you. Look at this. Here's your calendar. Let's get very clear about what you're going to do. Oh, look at that. Here's another one. What are you going to do? I'm going to help you plan. You are going to create a roadmap of what you want to create for the next 6 months of your life. And we're going to talk about the 5 key areas of your life. And so you can decide, what project do I want to take on in the area of my career? What project do I want to take on when it comes to my health? What project do I want to take on in my relationships? What project do I want to take on when it comes to finances? You get to choose, because it's your life and it's your responsibility to create the life that you really want and that makes you really proud. And all of this is going to help you to understand where you're at, to locate where your life is depleting you, and to teach you how to tap back into your energy and then direct it using research from Yale and Harvard and Wharton, all of which has been reported recently in the New York Times, so that you can tap back in to what actually energizes you in your life and become way more focused on directing your time so that you feel more abundant with your time. This right here will give you a personalized roadmap for change. That's what Make It Happen is. Make It Happen is a free 2-hour program that I teach. It's my gift to you. You can go to melrobbins.com/makeithappen. Right down there is the link where you can click and get all the information to sign up. This is your personalized roadmap for change. And in my personal experience, this is how you take confident, consistent, and empowered action against that roadmap. And again, just go to melrobbins.com/makeithappen and you're in. Everything is pinned below. And, you know, a lot of you look at me and you're like, okay, Mel has 12 million followers. She has one of the top 10 ranked podcasts in the world. And that's just in the last 18 months since she's launched it. She's given speeches all over the place. She's been married for 28 years. She has 3 adult kids. She seems relatively happy. She's in decent. How the heck is this chick making it happen? I'll tell you how. By using the exact roadmap that I'm going to teach you in this new free training. I get very clear about what's working in my life, what's not working in my life. I take an audit. You're going to learn how to do that. And then I use these principles that you are going to learn to get a clear roadmap in place. And I work at things 6 months at a time. I think it's really important to dream 5 years out, to have long range things out in the future that you can really look forward to, that really pull you forward. But when you want to talk about execution, you got to break this stuff down. You got to work at a much smaller frame of time. And I believe that in 6 months, if you get clear about what you want, and if you can learn how to wake up and spend 5 to 15 minutes a day chipping away at something that you care about, your entire life looks different in a matter of 6 months. That's how I decided to launch the podcast. That is how I decided to do everything in my life. And so this is the roadmap that I want to teach to you. And again, you're already the person that you really want to be. Right now, your focus is being hijacked by other people's priorities, by a very chaotic and distracted society. It's only going to get worse as we move into summer and we move into fall. And come 6 months from now, you're either going to look back and go, I just wasted another 6 months of my life. I didn't do anything different. You have an opportunity to stop wishing things would change and actually make them change. Let me tell you a little bit about why some of the people around the world have signed up to Make It Happen. Angela is saying, I'm ready to make changes. Are you ready to make changes? Really? Prove it. Angela says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. That's true. And here's a question for you. If you're tired of getting the same results and tired of doing the same thing over and over again and nothing's changing, why wouldn't you accept the help from Mel Robbins to help you create a life that you deserve? Of course you're going to do that. Just see the comment pinned below and you can jump into the course for free. Ricardo says, I'm using Make It Happen to map out how I want to execute my career and jump in a new field. That's fantastic. Why not use this tool to map out exactly how you're going to achieve a goal? That's exactly what you should be using this free training for. And it's exactly why I created it. Here's Barbara. Are you a small business owner? Where's my small business owners and my entrepreneurs and my side hustlers? Okay, if you're watching, this one's for you. Barbara's like, I tend to put off making the calls that I need to make for my business. Same, right? Because it's real easy to feel like you're busy, but what you're doing is you're filling your day with stuff that isn't really all that important. And you say you're busy, but you use that as an excuse to avoid the things that actually create growth in your business or that create income in your business. And so Barbara's like, I need to be consistent in my marketing and prospecting. That is what I'm going to use the Make It Happen training that I've just put out to help me do. You make it a plan. You take the principles I'm teaching you, and now you start to execute consistently, and you will actually make it happen. And come 6 months from now, you know what's going to happen in Barbara's life and what could happen in your life is she's going to see that she's made more money, that she's been marketing consistently, that she's been doing the work that actually grows the business instead of allowing herself to stay busy and lie to herself that she's actually working on the business when she's just doing the easy stuff. We're all guilty of this, but I don't want you to keep doing that for the next 6 months of your life. Abe signed up for Make It Happen for free. Just go to the comments below. That's where it is. I'm ready to hold myself accountable, and I'm dedicated to showing up for myself for the first time in my life. It feels good. Let your friend Mel Robbins help you do this, okay? And, look, I want to thank every one of you who has already started watching the trainings, already taken video number 1. Video number 2 of the free training is live today. I love that you're taking the training to get honest about where you are. I love that you're identifying what direction you want to move toward. I love that you're then creating a plan to align against, and you're starting to focus on just the few small things that you need to do every single day that move your life in an entirely different direction. That's freaking awesome. If you know what you're going to make happen and why you're going to use this in your life, I want you to go ahead and tell us in the comments below. Why are you signing up and taking Make It Happen? What do you want to change or make happen in the next 6 months of your life? So we're talking mid-October here. Describe for me what's changed. I'll tell you what's changing in my life. I will be in the middle of the biggest kind of marketing push for a new book launch that I've ever done. And I want it to be the most organized and tech savvy and inspiring marketing campaign I've ever created. And it's going to take me 6 months to really figure out the tech and to put together the campaigns. And this is all for this new book, The Let Them Theory. And that is something that it's not going to happen by accident. It's going to happen by action and commitment and focus. And the things that you want to have happen in your life don't happen by accident. They happen by action and commitment and focus. And anywhere in your life that you don't have what you want, you know what's missing? It's not the desire. What's missing is committed, consistent action. You want something to change? It doesn't matter how much you want it. What matters is what you're doing about it. And so that's why this year's free training that 300,000 of you have already jumped into, videos 1 and videos 2 are live now. You can jump in, just check the pinned comments below. You can work on your business with this. You can work on your career with this. You can work on your health with this. You can work on a relationship issue with this. If you've just gone through a divorce or a breakup, you can create a whole new chapter. If you're graduating from college and you're starting to panic about what you're going to do next with your life, you can use the structure of this training to help you turn it into a project and a plan that you can execute against, okay? Because staying up here is going to make you anxious and overwhelmed. When you get to work and you get on paper and you get into your calendar and you start to make it real, that's how we get it done. So let me ask a bunch of questions that I'm starting to see come up in the comments. Mel, can I binge watch the training? Absolutely. Absolutely. Training 1 and training 2 are ready for you. The workbook is ready to download. There are 3 formats for the workbook. You can print out the full color version. You can print out a 1-color version if you want to save on ink, and you can use the digital fill. Okay. But yes, you can binge watch this. Just go to melrobbins.com/make-it-happen, and everything that you need is pinned below or linked below. Okay. So that's number 1. And I love to binge watch things on Netflix. In fact, you can also project this on your television. So instead of binge watching Netflix tonight, you can binge watch this course with your family. Everybody can have a workbook. There's no swearing. So it's family friendly and you're going to love it. Who should sign up for it? Absolutely everybody that you know should be watching this 2-part free training, because anyone that wants to stop wanting and wishing things would happen and really longs to take control of their life, this is for you. If you're sick of living on autopilot, this is for you. If you just feel like, tired, this is for you. If you feel like you give all your time and energy to everybody else and you got nothing left for yourself, this is 1000% for you. If you're like me and you got big plans and big dreams and you're up to big stuff and you're constantly looking for ways to sharpen your focus and level up your productivity, this is for you. And also it's free. So please invite friends, invite family, send this link to your colleagues. Please post this on social media, melrobbins.com/make-it-happen. Because the more people that you surround yourself with, that are not sitting around gossiping about other people, they're not sitting around complaining about the weather, they're up to something. You know the kind of people I'm talking about. They don't got time for that piddly, small-minded stuff that so many people waste their lives and time focused on. They're up to something. When you surround yourself with people that are like that, it creates its own momentum. And so I want you to be able to tap into that. All right, where do you sign up? melrobbins.com/make-it-happen, or everything that you need is pinned or linked below. The workbook format, I see some of you keep asking. I'm holding up the beautiful all color version that you can print out. You can get spiral bound if you liked. There's also a 1-color version to save on your ink. And there's also a digital version in case you do not have access to a printer. What happens if you miss one of the training sessions? Nothing, because once you sign up at melrobbins.com/make-it-happen, the entire training is at that URL. And it's unlocked, and you can keep coming back to it over and over and over it again. You can watch it on your own time. You can print out the workbook 100 times if you want. This is here for you. There is no reason why you shouldn't sign up for this. In fact, if you're sitting there questioning this, I would ask you, why would you not accept help in creating the life you deserve? Why? Of course you should. In fact, at this point, if you know you want to take it, stop watching this, click the link that is below and get in it. Let's go. You're wasting time. And haven't you wasted enough time, for crying out loud, thinking about what you want? You don't need to access the videos through your email, but what's going to happen is this. When you sign up for free, it takes literally 10 seconds once you click the link below. I'll send you an email that contains the link to the workbook and a link to the 2 training videos. It's all right there in the email in case you forget the URL, which is melrobbins.com/make-it-happen. So what are the benefits of taking this? Well, it's going to help you focus. And the fact is, you're going to spend the next 6 months just doing the same stuff you're already doing if you don't do something different. You are going to spend the next 6 months giving all your time to everybody else's emergencies, to all of the things that are going on at work, to all the things that you feel guilted into doing. You're going to waste the next 6 months. And you're going to look back and you're going to see, wow, I was full of excuses. I really didn't do anything different. And in order to change, you got to make a decision to change. You can decide today that you are going to take control of the next 6 months of your life. You're going to create a big game that makes you excited to get out of bed. You're going to get clear about where you are. You're going to get clear about what's zapping your energy. And you're going to start to focus your attention and just a little bit of time today. I'm talking 5 to 10 minutes on something that truly matters to you. And it's so important that you define the game. Because right now, if you really think about how your day goes, who owns your time? I bet you feel like somebody else does. And see, if you don't define what's important, everything that's important to everybody else is going to just run your life. And when everything seems important, nothing is important. And we got to change this. And I'm going to teach you how to define what's important to you right now in your life, because where you are right now is very different than where you were last year. Where you are right now is very different than you were even back in January. We got to define what is important to you and what is something that would be worth working on that gives your life a sense of meaning, a sense of purpose, a sense of get up and go, like you're doing something for yourself. And so I'm going to teach you how to get focused on what you want and take action to make it happen, because it is time for you to step on the gas. And look, I know you're watching this because I know who you are. You're a person that has a tremendous amount of ambition. I see Kaztech saying anxiety and depression has wasted 5 years of my life and I'm fighting back now. And here's the other thing. I'm going to go on record and just say, I think it can also get very easy to get sucked into your problems. That you start to think so much about what's not working or how bad you feel that becomes your reality. I've been there, where you literally don't think about anything except for the things that you regret or how bad you feel right now. And I'm going to tell you something. It will change your life if you take 2 hours and you really get serious about what's out in the future. Because part of what makes you stay stuck is that you wake up every day and it's the same old, same old. You got nothing to look forward to. You kind of lost a little bit of hope. And so why would you feel motivated or excited if you're waking up to the same old, same old? And that's why part of the solve for everything that you don't really like about life right now, whether it's how you feel or it's the level of anxiety that you have, or it's feeling stuck in a job, or it's feeling a little disappointed about things, or it's just feeling kind of blah, is you don't look out at the future and see something cool that you're moving toward. And here's what I want you to understand. It's your responsibility to create that thing out in the future that's really cool that you're moving toward. It's your responsibility to take the time and get clear about what you want in your life. It's your responsibility to decide what is meaningful to you. It's your responsibility based on where you are right now in your life to say, if I look out and I just put out something 6 months from now, we're not talking some big plan that's going to take years here. I'm talking 6 months from now. If I were to look out 6 months from now and I'm in better shape, I've lost 10 pounds, I can, climb up the stairs without being winded. I'm able to pick my kid up. I'm feeling good. I would feel so good about myself. And maybe for you, as you're watching this, you're thinking 6 months from now, if I have finished my business plan and I'm out talking with angel investors, I will be so proud of myself. 6 months from now, I've moved out and I'm moved to New York, or I've moved to London. 6 months from now, I actually did that job search. That's what I did. I did the job search and I'm in a job that I really love. Okay. So this is the formula for everything. And I kid you not when I tell you, all of the experts that have come on the Mel Robbins podcast, and this really hit me, that whether we're talking with a neuroscientist or we're talking with a psychologist that is reviewing the 86-year-long study at Harvard about happiness, or we're talking about some of the world leading researchers on happiness, or we're talking about the secret to good relationships, everybody says the same thing. that one of the key differences for people that are successful, that feel connected to the people that they love, that are living a meaningful life, is that they have a reason beyond their day-to-day life to get out of bed. They're working on writing a book. They're launching a YouTube channel. They're planning a trip to take with their parents as their parents are aging. They've cleared out the back bedroom and moved all of the old stuff out that's kept them stuck in a period of their life that is no longer here. And they're reclaiming that space as a space to launch their new business. Like, these sound like small things, but they're really big things because they're meaningful to you. And so, you know, as you think about the next 6 months of your life, it's going to pass whether you do something or not. That's different. And you could either be full of excuses come October and regret that this was yet again another 6 months where nothing changed, or you could take just this conversation here and go and hit the link and jump down into Make It Happen. And you could do the work to define a real small, cool project that you are going to get clear about because it's really meaningful to you. That if you took this on, you'd be proud of yourself. And you do that. And when those 6 months roll by, you will be shocked at how much your life changed, because you changed it, because you got clear, because you said, I'm done doing the autopilot thing. I'm done waking up and feeling overwhelmed. I'm done with the anxiety and the stress and the burnout. I'm done being tired. Nobody's going to come and fix this. And I'm going to stop complaining about how I got here. And I am going to define what I want. I'm going to turn it into a project. I'm going to put my head down and I'm going to wake up every day and I'm going to chip away at this thing, because this project is bigger than my day-to-day life. Because every day that I wake up and I start working on this thing, it proves to me that I'm bigger than the circumstances of what is happening in my day-to-day. It proves to me that I have some agency over my life. It proves to me when I cook a healthy meal every night, because this was the project that I took on, that I have more control than I feel like I do. And as you start to add that up over time, and look, you know, you want to think it's some big thing, right? Because I think when our problems feel really big, you think there must be some big solution. It's not true. It's the opposite. It's actually something little. All of the big problems that you face get resolved by something very little that you do every day. And what you're going to do every single day is you're going to wake up as an act of defiance to what's going on. And you are going to look ahead and you are going to take an action forward. And that is how you deal with your problems. You literally walk in a new direction, and you see yourself feeling empowered, and you see the agency building, and you see with that the strength and the security to be able to attack your problems in a different way. Same thing with huge goals. You want to publish a book, you want to change your career, you want to move somewhere different, you want to find the love of your life, whatever it may be, you want to heal yourself. Big projects, right? Well, let's break it down into something we can focus on for the next 6 months that's related to it. So you start to move toward it, and then you start to feel the momentum. And that's how things change. That's how it happens. And that's what the research says. And that's why we're going to be doing that. All right. I don't think I got anything else. Boom. The link is below. The 2-hour training is called Make It Happen. It's everything you love. It's premium. It's free. It's zero cost. It's science-backed. It'll get you moving and feeling inspired. It'll give you the clarity that you're missing right now. And it'll remind you that you have the power to change your life. You always have. The person that you've always dreamt of being is inside you. We just got to get your time back. We got to get you focused on something that matters to you. We got to get your mindset looking ahead instead of staring at what's going on. We got to get you to focus on a game that's worth playing. And that's exactly what this new training is going to do. It's going to teach you how to define what you want and then take the consistent, confident action that actually makes it happen. All right, get in the training, 300,000 of you, then share that link with everybody that you know. When you sign up and you print out your workbook, please put a photo on social media and tag me so I can high five you back. Please, 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 because I will. and we can cheer you on and welcome you into this extraordinary community of more than 300,000 students around the world. And go, 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 go. I think that's all that I got, right? All right, good. In case no one else tells you, I'm going to tell you, I love you, I believe in you, and I believe in your ability to make amazing things happen. So stop wishing, stop wanting, and stop thinking about it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go do. Mwah. All righty. All right, I'm going to shut this.